All right, let's talk Ohio State Buckeyes. An exciting offseason for Ohio State continues to roll along. Got some great news for you guys as this program looks to have a really exciting 2024 campaign. I'm Nick, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, talking Ohio State Buckeyes, of course, really talented, really good squad that's made a lot of good moves this offseason. But it's not just new additions into the fold, it's younger players stepping up and evolving and becoming superstars in their own right. And there's one Ohio State Buckeyes player that's impressing all the right people. Looks like he's headed toward a massive 2024 season. Let's get into this report, then we'll talk about it more on the other side, excuse me. Ohio State senior quarterback Denzel Burke is not shy about sharing his thoughts. When asked about OSU quarterback Will Howard during the early portions of spring practices back in March, Burke informed the media that he needed to see more from Howard. That's not exactly a ringing endorsement. Today, Burke gave a bit of more of a glowing assessment of Howard. Yeah, when you're in the weight room, you kind of get a little taste of what guys are like, who they really are in the weight room, Burke said. I've seen flashes of him being a dog and being a leader, and that's going to correlate to the field. Just being able to see that and the movements we have together as a team and just seeing how he moves around, how he acts, I'm really excited. On the field, I'm excited for what he has learned from spring ball. We're not an easy defense to go against in practice, so I'm ready to see how he elevates his game in this new offense he's in, and really excited for fall camp and the competitive nature of it. All right, obviously, quarterback position, crucial for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Everyone understands this. It's obvious. But it's not just the fact that Howard is doing good. It's the fact that he's impressing his teammates, maybe become a leader for the Buckeyes, which they desperately need at this position. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. But first, Ohio State fans, in the comment section below, we're talking quarterbacks today, which leads me to a really hard question for you guys. Who is the greatest quarterback in Ohio State Buckeyes history, right? There's a lot of really, really good names, a lot of really interesting names, but you can only pick one. One guy, one quarterback, greatest of all time, Ohio State history. Put them in the comment section below. But Miles, what are your thoughts on this latest news?
Yeah, Nick, I think this is really good. You see the beginning versus the now. You see the beginning, we need to see more. You see the now as kind of a guy who's softened up his approach. He's maybe saying he's not quite there, but I've seen a lot of good things. I've seen some flashes. I'm getting more comfortable. And Nick, you played college football. You know what the locker room is, right? The defense doesn't have to like the offense. The defense can trash talk the quarterback. The defense can do anything they want to do. They could say, he's great, whatever. We don't need him. This defense will win the games for us. I can do it on my own. So the fact that Burke, one of, the more senior DBs on this team, he's coming out here, he's talking about Howard, and he's saying, hey, I've seen a lot of really good stuff. I've seen some things that I like. I've seen some things that he can work on, but I'm excited nonetheless. I think this is big news for Ohio State because I think this is a team, like you said, the quarterback position, they've got to get it right. It has to hit. There's been a lot of tumultuation, whether they've had guys walk, whether they had commits come in and then leave. There's a lot of things that need to happen for Ohio State. This is a crucial year. This is a make or break year. Probably a year where you got to beat Michigan. How do you beat Michigan? Strong defensive team. Got to have great quarterback play. You got to be flawless when it comes down to the wire. You got to be clutch. Can Will Howard be that guy? At the beginning of the season, I think everyone's saying, I don't know. But now we're seeing, I love the terms that he used. He's got that dog in him. He's got showing to be a leader. It makes me think he's going to be cool under pressure. He's got the physical attributes. He's got, the ability to play against one of the best defenses every day in practice. But I think overall, this guy is showing he's mature. He's able to take the helm of an Ohio State team. And that in itself is something very impressive that not many people can do.
I think it's important to understand, and you kind of hit on it too, is that so much of the college game and really the professional game too, in a lot of ways, is about not just managing the talent. It's not just the X's and O's. It's the culture. It's the people. It's the men on the field, right? Can they inspire? Can they motivate? Can they get everybody on the same page? And a lot of times, to be totally honest, that falls on the head coach. And I think that's probably one of Ryan Day's biggest failings as a head coach so far for Ohio State. He's not as great culturally as some of the other competition. And we've seen that, right? Totally honest, that's the way it's just been at Ohio State the past 2 years. But one thing that can turn it around is if you have players that step up and be leaders, whether it's these comments right here from the corner, whether it's the quarterback Howard stepping up, right? No matter how you look at it, if you can get everybody on the same page and this really strong culture building across both sides of the football, that's a great sign that this program finally is not that they weren't tight knit before, not that they weren't a team before, but you never really felt that was a strength of Ohio State. You felt their strength was incredible talent, NFL bodies, elite position coaching, right? Great fans, great structure, right? Great program, right? All of those things was the strength of Ohio State. We all thought of that. No one really thought the culture camaraderie was one of the things they really relied on. And honestly, I think that's one of the things that's hurt them over the past couple of years, their inability to finish. I think we may be seeing a flip now, right? And I think that's a great sign for Ohio State, especially that involves a quarterback, because it starts at that position. It has to start at that position. And the fact that Howard is winning people over, I think that's a great sign, not just for him personally, but for this entire Ohio State football team.